for the welfare and peace of New Zealand. Amen.
Members, we now come to the general debate, and I'll just point out one or two things. First of all, you may speak for 3 minutes on any topic. A bell will ring at the end of 3 minutes. The member speaking must immediately stop speaking and sit down. The rules of debate set out in Youth Parliament Standing Orders 17 to 20 apply. And a reminder, please use your mask when you're not speaking unless you have an exemption. And so would some honourable member care to move that the House take note of miscellaneous business? I call Jessep.
Yeah. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Jessep.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ngā mihi nui. Last month, like every June, we were witness to Pride Month and the celebration generated by such a momentous occasion. Pride Month is something that is extremely important for any rainbow individual and symbolises a time of acceptance and joy in an increasingly dark and polarised world. We are living in a time where 31 countries around the world have legalised same-sex marriage, but more than twice as many, 69 countries, still criminalise homosexuality. Aotearoa legalised same-sex marriage almost 9 years ago, and since then, thanks to the current government, we have taken huge steps towards fighting the discrimination faced by rainbow individuals with the passing of legislation such as the banning of conversion therapy earlier this year. Although these changes are significant and highlight the overwhelming support that New Zealanders have for the LGBT community, the blatant homophobia that is experienced by the majority of queer people every day is something that is way too overlooked and tolerated. There are so many things that need to be done to help solve this problem, but in my opinion, one of the actions that would have the biggest impact is increasing the responsibility that schools have when it comes to protecting rainbow youth. In celebration of Pride Month this year, my school committed to flying the progress flag for all of June. The second day that the flag was up, it was taken down and burnt by some junior students. After this, the flag was only put up for a couple more days sporadically during the month. To this date, the school has made no statement condemning the actions of the students and has preferred to sit in silence, essentially justifying their actions. I remember seeing the pride flag go up at school last year, and as a closeted teenager, that brought me great comfort and made me feel proud of myself and my school for taking such an action, eventually giving me enough courage to come out a few months later. It brings me such distress knowing that there are young people in the situation that I was in last year and who saw the flag being taken down and destroyed in such a grotesque way. I am lucky to have such an extremely supportive family, friends and boyfriend, but for many young queer people, school is their only safe space. Schools have a responsibility to look after their students, and essentially giving in to homophobic behaviour like this is frankly unacceptable. So why aren't schools doing more? They should stand by these students and speak out when behaviour like this takes place, instead of sitting quietly to the detriment of their students. It feels as if schools care more about their reputations than actually standing up and condemning actions that take place within their gate. Don't be afraid to speak out. Thank you.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. I call Orion Batnagar.